Good evening. Thank you all for joining us for the virtual edition of the 2020 Easterseals Annual Celebration. I'm Matt Bouchard, Chair of Easterseals New Hampshire Board of Directors, and I'm thrilled to have you joining us this evening. Before we begin, a few housekeeping items. Please feel free to use that chat function to the right and make sure to look at our digital program book, which you can access by clicking the link in the event description below. Also, in the event description, you will find a digital copy of our 2020 annual report to donors. This year has truly been a year like no other. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, you, our staff, volunteers, partners, and generous supporters enabled us to sustain services for thousands of individuals with disabilities or special needs. During a health crisis, this is truly remarkable. The past 8 months have highlighted that our Easterseals staff work the front lines, providing care for children, adults, and seniors who rely on our essential services. I couldn't be more honored to be the chair of such an amazing organization with such a dedicated team. Before we get started, I'd like to recognize our sponsors who made tonight's virtual event possible. Our platinum presenting sponsor is Citizens Bank. Our viewership sponsor is Northeast Dental. Our gold sponsors are Sheehan Finney, Hayes Company, USI Insurance, and Longchamps Electric. Our silver and ad sponsors are too many to list, but you can see them on the screen as well as in the program book. Through the course of tonight's program, and please stick with us, we'll have you back on your couch in 30 minutes. You will hear from Maureen Beauregard as she reflects on her first year as President and CEO, as well as what's next for the future of Easterseals New Hampshire and our affiliates, Easterseals Vermont and Maine, and the Farnham Zone. You'll also meet two of our clients, along with the staff who serve them. We'll share their stories and the impact that Easterseals has had on their lives. When you hear these stories, please know that these and thousands of other stories are possible for individuals and families because of everything you do to support Easterseals. Finally, you will hear from the David P. Goodwin Lifetime Commitment Award winner, President and CEO of Northeast Delta Dental, Tom Raffio. I got involved with this organization after my oldest son, Sebastian, began receiving early intervention services from Easterseals soon after he was born. And he continues to do so to this day. The services he receives became more critical after the pandemic began and Sebastian's school switched to remote learning, which meant he could not receive the hands-on physical and occupational therapy that is crucial for his growth and development. As was the case for many families, Easterseals helped to fill this gap, and I am forever thankful to Easterseals frontline workers like his therapist Donna, his previous therapists Penny and Suzanne, as well as all Easterseals staff for their dedication to our clients despite the risks and challenges posed by COVID-19. And now I'd like to introduce Maureen Beauregard, Easterseals New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont President and CEO.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you for your tremendous leadership and dedication as our board chairman. What a time to transition to this new role. It's been quite a year, and as I look back at the past 12 months, there are a couple things you need to know. First, Easterseals is absolutely blessed with the most dedicated staff, from our admin folks who work behind the scenes to our frontline direct care support staff. We simply have the best employees. They are devoted, passionate, caring, resourceful, creative, innovative, and even in the most challenging time, go above and beyond for our clients and the community. For all of our staff watching right now, thank you. Second, our community cares. Thank you to our volunteers, including our absolutely dedicated board of directors, our generous donors, those of you who have attended events, and our community partners. The work we do would not be possible without you. For each of you watching tonight, a sincere thank you. And now I'd like to share how together we've made a difference this past year. Despite all that has happened, we provided services to more than 25,000 individuals with disabilities and special needs across all of our core programs. Our autism program has been able to continue serving the majority of our clients with direct services and recently reopened our Manchester and Salem clinic space. Many of our clients have been able to return to their fully recommended hours, up to 35 hours a week, receiving one-on-one direct therapy. Our staff at Camp Snowmo hosted an online talent competition in an effort to keep campers engaged and in contact with one another. Our child development centers remained open throughout the pandemic. Early on, they were being chosen as one of the centers designated by the state of New Hampshire to provide services for essential workers. And we continue to educate more than 175 kids on a daily basis. Community-based services continues to provide residential services throughout the entire pandemic. We currently serve more than 1,150 individuals in residential services, which includes staffed residential programs and shared living homes. Our staff in early supports and services transitioned seamlessly to using telehealth in order to teach families how to provide the therapies with their children, and in doing so, we served more than 350 kids. Our Homemaker Health Services in our senior program serves an average of 258 individuals per week during these challenging times, providing close to 2,700 direct service hours weekly. We are proud to be one of the few adult day programs to have reopened. We are currently serving clients in our Manchester and Rochester locations. At this time, Military and Veterans Services is providing all the services that we have using a hybrid model of in-person and remote services. And in September, the program was awarded $1.2 million as a part of the New Hampshire CARES Act for New Hampshire veterans. This will enable us to enhance services to one of the most vulnerable populations in the state. While we have recently made the decision to close our oral health center, for the past 8 months, we have operated an emergency clinic assisting 50 to 60 patients a week who otherwise wouldn't have had a place to go. The residential and educational programs, despite challenges with visitation and 24/7 care, our staff and residents remain dedicated to our mission and are stronger than ever. Another program which has faced obstacles is our substance use treatment services. The program has had to pivot and navigate uncertainties with new admissions, new staffing shortages, and social distancing regulations. Not only did our doors remain open, but we successfully set up a transitional unit for those in need to quarantine before receiving care. Our transportation services adapted quickly and used their resources to help bring food and school supplies to students here in Manchester. And recently, our transportation services began transporting clients back to our adult day program. Our programs in Vermont include intensive family-based services, balanced and restorative justice, youth development, and child and family supports programs, all transitioning to mostly remote meetings. The team in workforce development embraced the challenging times, and by using a hybrid remote and in-person services, we're able to provide school year services for more than 60 students. Through all these programs, I'm proud to report that we offered more than $6,494,000 in free and reduced price services, all while maintaining an administrative rate of less than 10%. In other words, 90 cents of every dollar donated goes directly to helping our clients. Looking forward, when I think about Easterseals, and I know where we're headed, I'm inspired by the conversations I've had and the partnerships we have. I'm excited to be kicking off a strategic planning project that will move Easterseals into the future. The project will do a deep dive into each program, set benchmarks, and allow us to enhance our services to continuing to serve our community and filling gaps. Within the strategic planning process, Easterseals will be increasing our outreach with respect to marketing and communications. There are so many great things happening at Easterseals, and we will make Easterseals a household name across all 3 states. Stay tuned for more information about what's to come, and we will be sharing our progress as the plan moves forward. Now, please enjoy this video from Cindy and her grandson Lorenzo.
At Easterseals Child Development Center, we take care of a wide range of children, some needing extra care, and we take ages 6 weeks to 5 years old until they're ready for kindergarten. Lorenzo is a loving, adventurous child. When he first started with us a year ago, he was very shy and timid, didn't really talk much. And through working with him over the past year and my coworkers as well, he has grown into the most talkative, fun-loving boy that just loves to build and just be here with his friends.
He's a great kid. He loves everything. We started to notice that he wasn't actually communicating with us. He wasn't talking. We couldn't engage him to do anything. We couldn't get him to read. We couldn't get him to write. We couldn't get him to sing. And I mean, he was happy, but there are certain milestones that you hope for at certain ages. I had read about Easterseals and we made the call, and they found a spot for him, and it's just been a success story.
When Lorenzo started at Easterseals, he was not using many words. He didn't have the development in his gross motor, which is like our large body movements, his fine motor, which is hand movements, and he wasn't open to meeting other children or going near them. Over time, Lorenzo grew and he became friends with many children. He was able to kick balls and run around and ride tricycles, use scissors, do lacing, build blocks, and just really open up and become himself here.
They have a keen sense for a child. Every child is unique, and they will tell you that. And he has come leaps and bounds, and I don't think that if we hadn't put him in school here, that we would see the success we're seeing today.
All my coworkers and I tried to provide each child the best experience possible at Easterseals.
He enjoys his day. You know, he comes home, he's always happy, and that to me is a big part of it.
Lorenzo gets really sad when he hears it's pickup time. He's like, I want to keep playing, I want to stay here. And I say, oh, it's okay, we're going to be here again tomorrow. We got to go home, have dinner. He just wants to spend all his time here.
That first 5 years, that's where you really want to, get the foundation built. And this is really building it for us. Big smile and thumbs up. Big smile and thumbs up. Ready? Oh!
Thank you, Cindy and Lorenzo. As many of you know, each year for more than 20 years, we recognize a client with the Nicole and Madeline Award, in loving memory of Nicole Beaulieu and Madeline Marzin. This award honors a client who has made significant progress towards self-sufficiency. This year, we are proud to honor Jennifer Blood, who has shown tremendous perseverance and drive in accomplishing her goal. Here is Jennifer, along with staff from our community-based services program, to share her story.
We actually run an intensive treatment service program, so it's for folks with intellectual disabilities and persistent mental illness. So Jen was one of the first 3 residents at Cottage House. She was referred and was admitted to us in December of 2018, and she was struggling, to stay safe, to be engaged in her mental health treatment, and she was in and out of the state hospital.
In a hospital setting, they are geared more to care for them, and our focus is more to get them to care for themselves.
I was keeping on going back into the hospital, and I was doing suicidal behaviors. Easterseals came along and said they'll take me in.
She made connections and built relationships with her roommates and our staff, and she's been committed to getting better. She's just made leaps and bounds in the last 2 years.
Easterseals is a good place for people to come and get help. The staff are nice and friendly. They're a good, supportive team for people.
The focus is to eventually allow them to have the ability to live independently. That's one of the things that keeps Jennifer, I believe, motivated to keep working on things and working on her goals, is so that she can be in her own space.
They help me with the budget. They help me express my feelings. They're here for me when I need to talk.
She's her own guardian. A lot of our folks in services don't, have that opportunity. She has the opportunity to remain her own guardian, and she's just done wonderful with it. So.
I remember when she first got to us, we were trying to plan what type of exercises or physical activity she can do, and going on a walk meant walking from the front door to the end of the walkway, which was maybe like 10 yards. And now she's doing a mile and actually looking forward to it.
I lost over 100 pounds.
We make them a part of their treatment. So if we're engaging her in what she wants to do and then teach her how to get there, then you're going to have a lot more success.
I came a long way.
She's so fun to work with, and she's optimistic. She brings a really great energy to the house, and so we're really proud of her.
I feel proud of myself that I accomplished such a lot of things. I feel like a superhero because I try to help people out, and then I help myself out too.
Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing your story, and congratulations on a well-deserved award. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the David P. Goodwin Lifetime Commitment Award winner. This award was created to recognize somebody like David, who's a great guy, who knew the importance of community and serving those less fortunate. This year's recipient, Tom Raffio, President, CEO of Northeast Delta Dental, epitomizes these characteristics. Earlier tonight, Matt promised this event would be quick, which limits my ability to list all the ways Tom serves our community. I can tell you, though, that he served on 20 not-for-profit boards and advisory councils and has received too many awards to list. He's been part of community programs that include the New Hampshire Food Bank, New Hampshire Forum on the Future, Friends of the Bridge House, and the New Hampshire Institute of Politics, just to name a few. Tom joins an impressive list of past recipients in accepting this award. Congratulations, Tom, on this well-earned award.
Thank you, Easterseals New Hampshire, for honoring me with your David P. Goodwin Lifetime Commitment Award. This award means so much to me because I have a high regard for Easterseals New Hampshire, and I find its mission so important and compelling. Northeast Delta Dental is one of its champions, and so am I. I'm humbled by being singled out for this recognition because David P. Goodwin invested himself so robustly in a variety of community nonprofits in Manchester, some of them over a span of many decades. I am humbled and honored to receive this important award presented in his name. You know, when I moved to New Hampshire in 1995 to assume the role of President and CEO of Northeast Delta Dental, Dr. Silvio Dupuy and attorney Bob Daston became good friends and mentors. They told me that if I invested my social capital in community organizations, my life would make a greater difference and I would develop some of my most meaningful relationships. I have found this to be so true. I couldn't have committed myself to community service in addition to my work at Northeast Delta Dental without the help of many people who provide me with ongoing support. These include my family, my brilliant Northeast Delta Dental employee colleagues, and my very, very supportive board members who allow me to get out in the community. I'd like to close by sharing with this quote by A.A. Milne. In the quiet hours when we are alone and there's nobody to tell us what fine fellows we are, we come sometimes upon a moment in which we wonder not how much money we are earning, nor how famous we have become, but what good we are doing. For those of you who are visiting this event for the first time, if doing good has not included giving regularly to Easterseals New Hampshire, please consider supporting its 2020 annual VIP campaign. Thank you again for your award, Easterseals New Hampshire, and thank you, the Goodwin family.
Congratulations, Tom, so well deserved. Our community is so fortunate to benefit from your generosity and commitment to all New Hampshire residents. To all of you who have tuned in, thank you. you make the difference, which allows Easterseals New Hampshire to fulfill our mission of providing exceptional services to ensure that all people with disabilities or special needs have equal opportunity to live, learn, work, and play in their communities. Simply put, you change lives. With your continued support, we look forward to a great year ahead as we stick together as a community to be there for people with disabilities or special needs. If you'd like to get more involved with Easterseals, please reach out using the information on the screen. Last but certainly not least, thank you again to all of our sponsors, including our Platinum presenting sponsor, Citizens Bank, our viewing sponsor, Northeast Delta Dental, and our Gold sponsors, Sheehan Finney, Hayes Company, USI Insurance, and Longchamps Electric, as well as our Silver and Ad sponsors shown on the screen. Please don't forget to check out our digital program book, as well as the annual report to donors linked below. Stay safe and have a great holiday season.